it's Thursday and welcome to Susan Sells. I'm Jeff. Sue will be along in a little bit, but in the meantime, let's go and talk to Mark from Staywell Pharmacy.
Hey Jeff.
Hey Mark.
Great to be here.
Good to see you too.
I've thought I'd come on and let everyone know that the next couple of weeks we've got a lot of products on sale in the pharmacy.
Fantastic.
But as you can appreciate, many of them are medicines,
yes.
So we can't actually price promote those, so you'll need to come in store to see those great deals.
Right.
As well as that though, we've got a competition at the moment that every $15 that you spend in store, you go in to win one of 2 iPad 2s.
Fantastic.
Okay, so and if you don't have a brochure like this one here, you can come in store and get an entry form from us.
So you clip the coupon out,
yes.
drop it in the box, and
yes, but you've got to have spent the money as well.
Well, that's important.
Some of the products though that we do have on special, Jeff, our Elevit and our Menavit. People are familiar with the Elevit product. This now comes with iodine. That's normally $132.99, and the Menavit's $109.99. We're doing those both for $94.99 each.
That's half price.
All right, so really good deal, at least $30 off the Elevit. So anybody that's trying to start a family, well worth starting on those, and we can help you with the information if you want some.
So has that got the folic acid in it?
It's got all the goodies that you need,
okay.
And the Menavit one's a very interesting one to help promote sperm motility.
Right, okay.
If your mum and daughter and one of you is always stealing the other's bio oil, we have a twin pack here, so a 60ml and a 125 at $39.99, so there's a saving of $12.90 there. With our Sukin range, when you buy the famous rose hip oil, we will give you free their cream cleanser, which is worth $12.50.
Right. So, but just go back to this one for a moment,
yes,
the bio oil. Now,
oil.
that is very good for scarring.
Scarring and healing, yes.
Yeah.
So if you've had surgery or if you've got old scars less than 5 years old, worthwhile getting into.
Fine.
In terms of our vitamins, of course, we're very keen on vitamin supplementation. A hairy lemon.
Right.
So if you're feeling a bit hairy in the morning in these cold mornings, it's like a super duper Barocca. I actually prefer the hairy lemon. It's got some other goodies in there. $5 for a pack of 10.
That's pretty good.
So, and we've got our Bio C. You can buy one for $18 or 2 bottles for $30. They're normally about $30 each.
So that's 60. That's again.
Yeah,
that's a very
price.
good deal.
Yes, we've got our Immunifort, Junior Immunifort for the kiddies. Buy a 90 pack of that and get the Junior C vitamin C free, because your vitamin C, of course, is water soluble, so you need more than 1 dose a day. And our fish oil. $19.99, normally about $35 for 180 capsules, and that's the 1500 milligram.
And Mark, don't forget your card.
Our Staywell card, so anything that's not already on special, if you join our VIP club, every $65 you spend goes into that VIP club and gives you a $5 voucher. We do deliveries through Canterbury and through New Zealand, so if you find Hornby too far to come, you come and find us.
Brilliant, Mark. Absolutely fabulous. There we are. You'll find all this and more, of course, at Staywell Pharmacy. You'll find them at 27 Shands Road in Hornby. And the telephone number is 349 8785. Or don't forget that website. When you need tyres, there's only one place to go to in Christchurch, and that's Flags and Tyres. And, of course, Dougal.
How we going there?
Hello, Dougal.
How you going, Jeff? Yep, I mean, just like you've spent many years fitting people into the right clothing,
yes.
Flags Tyres, we're here to put you into the right tyres.
Fantastic. Now, tell me, how do we know what sort of tyres we need?
Well, everybody rates their tyres very differently. Like some people wanting huge mileage. Taxi driver, for instance, he wants big mileage.
Right.
So, and he's going to call on our experience to get him the right tyre for his car. So, I mean, they may not necessarily, for stooging around town, need the ultimate handling tyre.
Okay.
But for around town, they want big mileage, and because that puts ultimately at the end of the day puts money back in their pocket if they last 10 or 15,000 k's longer than one brand over another.
So that keeps his costs down.
Yeah, I have taxi drivers that actually tell me how many cents per kilometre their car costs to run. So that's how well those guys have got it sorted out. Whereas somebody with, say, a more high-performance car, say would run a tyre more like this one underneath here, he may not care if the tyres, say, sacrifice a wee bit of wear, but he wants ultimate grip. So, so their desire is completely different. That's what they want. Okay,
now there's a couple of things here I want to ask you about. The tyre you showed me at the bottom, this particular one, is very narrow. Now, is that for a reason?
It does. Some of it's a wee bit of massaging the ego, because you've got nice big chrome wheels or something like that. Put on the Falcon or the Commodore, or maybe a Nissan Skyline, some bit of that, but it does help with the handling. So if you've got less body roll, obviously you can go into a corner maybe with a wee bit more speed than, say, a big section tyre like that there, which gives more comfort, more ride comfort, which is more desirable for some people. There again, it's a different, two people looking for two different things from, you know, one person just wants to get from A to B, the other person wants to look a bit stylish and, you know, look the business. So.
Okay, right, Dougal. Now I come into you and I've got a car that I've had from new, and I've done, say, 20,000 kilometres. Front tyres are starting to wear a little bit. What's the procedure? Do I need 4 or do I need 2?
We can put 2 tyres on, and they don't necessarily have to be the same brand, but what we do, no matter what the car is, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, we always try and put the best tyres on the rear of the car.
Okay.
You know, I'll explain why if you come and see me.
Okay, all right, we'll do so. Now, the other thing with tyres, my daughter took a car in somewhere else, and they filled it up with, I think it was helium.
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Tyres are porous, so if you've got nitrogen, an air molecule or oxygen molecule, maybe the size, say, of a golf ball.
Yes.
And if you can imagine, and the nitrogen, say, is the size of a tennis ball, so it can't go out through there, so your tyres remain more stable.
Okay.
I think personally, for day-to-day driving around town, you know, it's probably not that big a deal. For a race car, sure, you know, you'd look at that because they stay very stable, but you know, as soon as you get a puncture, of course, all that good stuff is lost. Of
course it will be. Right, well, there we are. For tyres, and I know for Warrender Fitness as well, Dougal, you go down to Flags Tyres, and they're situated at 49 Garlands Road in Woolston, and also the other factory is at 104 Haytons Road in Sockburn, and the telephone there is 341 1226.
Certainly we know it's in the middle of winter at the moment, don't we? And there's a few people, Judy, who are seizing up just a little bit, getting a bit stiff and sore.
Including me, Sue, I must admit.
You've got a solution, though. Can we go back, just while we're talking about this Synflex product, can we go back to some of maybe the stories that you've had of success stories with this product?
We've got a lot of success stories, and a lot of people that have been very successful with it are people that have tried everything.
Yes.
And they say, well, I've tried everything, you know, what's the harm in trying this?
When you say tried everything, let's just back up a little bit. For what sort of ailments?
Just for all sorts of arthritic joint problems, you know, sore hands, sore joints, just all over their body really, the neck, the backs, their hands in particular, knees are a big one. We've had a lady in Ashburton that was basically housebound, couldn't get out of the house, and within 3 weeks she was not only out walking around the paddock, she was driving a tractor.
Oh my gosh!
And that sounds miraculous, and it doesn't happen like that for everybody, but for her it did. We have another lady here out at Hornby. I actually overheard her telling someone how dreadful her arthritis was, so she'd been 15 years in pain with her hands. Again, in a very short period of time, pain-free, and as a regular customer phones every month and buys a bottle.
What a wonderful position you must be in, to be doing a business that actually helps people carry on with their lives and get their lives back again.
It really is. You've made a good point. It actually gets a lot of mobility back.
Okay, so how does it do that?
Basically, it's because it's glucosamine, and everybody knows how good glucosamine is, but mostly because it's a liquid. That's its secret, and what we think is its big benefit. It gets to the joints very quickly, it lubricates the joints, it helps restore cartilage. So it does a very, very good job. Has a lot of other ingredients in it, all natural ingredients that help, particularly the omega-3s, omega-6, vitamins, you name it, it's in there.
Right. I've actually used this product and actually really enjoyed it. And I started off by very gingerly putting some in with orange juice, but it got to the point it's not that unpleasant at all, where you can actually just sort of, you know, it was just me using it. I was just going in the morning and then, and for the benefits, well and truly worth giving it a go. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
Very handy container. You just kind of squeeze to measure up into this bit, and that was where I was just doing the swigging. I hope you don't mind me saying that.
Not at all. I hope you weren't driving to work doing it.
Yeah, that would look a bit bizarre, wouldn't
it? That would look just great,
All right. So, in other words, it's people of all ages then will actually get some benefits from this.
That's a really good point. I mean, to be fair, most of our customers are sort of 55, 60 plus, but we've got a lot of young people on it, particularly rugby players. All the aches and pains that they've had over the years, They really enjoy it, and that gets their mobility back.
Okay, and the best bit about it is because we're catering for people that have got limited mobility in the first place, we'll actually get it to their door, won't we?
Exactly right. We post it directly to their post box.
See, it just takes away any obstacles for you whatsoever. Give it a go, absolutely. Give her a call. It's Judy and the team then at Synflex. That phone number, very important, is 0800 600 055.
Now, you may never have seen this face before. It's our brand new spokesmodel, Jeff Morton. How you doing?
Well, sir, I am the spokesmodel.
Well done. And for whom, Jeff?
I am speaking on behalf of our very good friends, the Carters, from Saks. Now, Saks is the green store down in Riccarton Road, just as you approach the Bush Inn.
Right.
And this store is famous for its alterations.
You would have used them, I suppose, when you were doing trousers and such?
Indeed we did. Yes, we did. And we referred folk to them. Now, not only do they do menswear, women's wear, children's wear, skirt, you name it, they actually alter anything that's required. Their service is absolutely second to none.
No, I know you wouldn't be telling me that if it wasn't true.
No, it is.
It's
They
really very
pride
simple.
themselves on this.
So it's not just alterations, though,
No,
is it?
it isn't. They're very clever. Alison Carter, who owns the company, is a very, very clever lady.
Wow.
And she makes bridal gear for the bride, of course, the mother of the bride, and she's also made the suits for the father and the groom.
To make suits,
suits.
is really a very amazing talent.
It's very talented.
Yeah.
She's a very talented lady. And, of course, she makes the cummerbunds, the ties, the full works,
That's
the waistcoats.
outstanding. Yeah.
And if we can look at this one,
Yep.
you can see the exquisite detail in the lace.
That's just beautiful. Wow. I mean, I know the price of fabric, if you're buying for a wedding dress, is just incredible.
It is.
You know, there's no time to muck it up and have another go.
There
It's
isn't.
hundreds of dollars
It
you're
is,
talking
it
about.
is.
So.
But this lady is so clever. Now, not only does she make for the bride,
Yep.
bridesmaids, but she also makes costumes.
Oh, that's incredible. Look at that. Wow. And again, those Irish dancing outfits cost a fortune.
They do, and the detail in that is quite incredible.
Yeah, so you don't want to be mucking that up.
Surely don't.
Saks are clearly very good tailors.
They certainly are. Now,
Yep.
not only that, uniforms.
Yes.
And look at that.
What's that, Jeff?
Those are pit chicks.
Pit chicks.
Pit chicks.
Jeff.
Formula One racing.
Right.
And before and after.
Yeah, there we are. That's the boot,
The boot.
of the pit chicks.
Chicks.
And
Yes.
those were made
And
by...
by Saks.
Wow.
Yes, and
I like your hat too.
you like the hat?
No, I do like your hat.
Her sister Paula is
Yeah.
a very clever lady, and she makes the fascinators,
Wow.
priced from $25 for the small ones to this one, which is about $85.
Just beautiful. You know, it's your colours. Look how it matches your tie.
It does, doesn't it?
You are a spokesmodel, Jeff.
Thank you.
You
Thank
know,
you.
really.
But not only that, she also, with her alterations, and she was saying to me that this is the ball season. So ladies are buying
Oh, of course.
on Trade Me,
Yep.
online, and if they don't fit, she can make them shorter, narrower, longer, wider, to absolutely look gorgeous.
This is the dresses
Yes.
rather than the purchases.
Indeed.
Right. And
Indeed.
I mean, if you're buying a strapless gown off Trade Me, there's really no room for it just about stayed up. Hey, you want that fitting perfectly.
You certainly want that fitting. But not only that, her service is fantastic. There was a young guy there the other day. He had buttons missing off a shirt, and they took the shirt off his back, literally sewed them on and said, there we are, we'll give you that.
Outstanding service. And if Jeff Morton's telling you that, you know it's true. Saks on Riccarton, 283 Riccarton Road, the bright green house. Give them a call, 343 5438.
If you want to buy an affordable and reliable car, the place to go to is Austin Motor Company in Colombo Street, down by Milton Street. G'day, Andrew.
How are you?
Pretty well, thanks. Now, what is the deal that you've got? Because it's pretty good.
Well, everyone we do is a good deal, I think. But we've also got no deposit finance, which not a lot of people realise. Whether you've got a car to trade or not a lot of money in the bank, it doesn't matter. We can do no deposit finance.
And you do that all on the yard while the customer's
Yes,
there?
virtually they can sign the credit application, take the car for the drive, and we can have everything worked out to the last cent
Sounds
when you come back, yes.
Let's have a look at some of the values that you've got on the lot, because I know you've got some really good deals.
That's one that just arrived, obviously, from Japan. It's still got the writing on the window, so we haven't had a chance to groom it, because we do sell quite a few of these Honda Accords. That's like an 01 Honda Accord for $8,990. Bit of a body kit, nice big wheels, so a family car with a bit of a look.
That's got good value to it. What's this one?
If you haven't got a big family, there's a wee Toyota Truno. That's a wee 97 for $6,990. Just a wee set of aftermarket alloys, but a nice wee sports car.
So it's two-door and looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're a sporty wee car.
And next? Oh, Honda.
Going back to the family cars, that's a wee Honda Stream, a 2003. They were 1,700 seven-seater, so quite cheap and economical to run, but good family size, and it's an 03 done 58,000 Ks for $10,990, which is very good.
That's
buying.
low Ks for that value.
It is,
That's good. What else have we got? Well, this looks smart.
And the car that I'm driving at the moment, the Toyota Camry, I seem to like them because they're a bigger car, very cruisy and nice to drive. With a 2.4 engine, but I consider them to be quite economical.
When you say economical, what are we getting, 10, 12 litres to the 100 Ks?
Not sure exactly.
Not sure exactly.
But they are nice and economical, I think, for a big car.
Right.
And that's, of course, a New Zealand new Camry.
Yes.
So it's good value at $10,990.
Have we got another one?
There's a wee Honda Fit. We've got a couple of those. That one's an 04 for $11,990, and I've also got a nice wee red one for $9,990, done a few high Ks, but good value if you want a late model, economical, nice driving car.
With that sort of car, Honda make a very reliable motor. And,
they do.
And I know that I've driven one of those as a loan car, and it was brilliant.
They are, and quite peppy for $1,300.
Surely. And what was the price on that?
That was $11,990, and as I say, if you like red, I've got one for $9,990.
Right. Okay. Now, what is your finance deal again? Tell us. Just remind the viewers what you can do.
Well, basically, good people with a good credit rating can get a car on no deposit finance.
So they can come down, they can take the car for a test drive, and then while they're away with the car, they can.
I'll be pushing the buttons.
You'll be pushing the buttons.
Give them the exact dollar figure per week that they'll have to pay for that particular car when they come back. Yes.
Excellent. So there we are. You will find Austin Motor Company down on Colombo Street, just by Milton Street. And Austin Motor Company, of course, corner of Colombo and Milton Street in Sydenham, with the trees, nearby 337 9629. And welcome to Annabelle from Off the Track. Hi, Annabelle.
I'm very well. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, it's good to be here on the shortest day of the year. Oh, cold out there. You've got to keep warm, don't you?
You've got to keep warm. Now, first of all, we were talking about buy and sell.
Yeah, that's what we do. We started 20 years ago and we buy and sell curtains. And so if you've got curtains you want to sell to us, you can bring them into the shop and we'll carry them into the shop. We'll price them. And if you don't like the price, we'll carry them out. So you're not obligated. Not obligated. Okay. And sometimes if we're really, really busy, we might take a number and go through them and ring you back. But normally we can do it on the spot.
So you price them, you measure them, you look at the quality.
We have a look at them and try and price them on the spot. Everything that here is all second hand that's come in this week.
I wouldn't know that.
No, it's some beautiful English fabrics come in, and the same as the coldest days, it's the warmth. So if you can get a really good heavy material with a lining, I think personally it's better than a thermal. But then there's like good shoes and bad shoes, moleskins, the same sort of thing. It's a quality, and it goes by the weight. So it's very important for people who are coming into the shop to measure, and that's so simple.
Yes.
It's not rocket science. You just measure the length of the track, and if you haven't got a track, you just decide where you want the track to be.
So it's the fullness, the amount of cloth covering the window.
Yeah, so we need to know the size of the window, but it's not actually the window, it's the track, because that's what the curtains go on.
Exactly, so it's the overlap at the end. Right.
And then you put your tape measure on top of the track and measure down to where you want it to go. Measure the shortest length and the longest length, so then we can show you. And if you have two windows in a room, we've got a big, huge curtain, we can split it.
Right. Now, do you make or
Yep, we do.
You do?
We do, and we will make with your material, or we source material, and we're just actually in the process of doing a lovely big showroom with samples. So
if we bring our measurements in and we select something out of your store, then you will cut them and custom make them.
If they need to be. But lots of the times they just go, and we have cheaper stuff too, you know, like for rental properties, and quite honestly, we've just been doing things to cover cracks at the moment, you know, like the cracks in the wall. And a lot of people can't think. Their brains just aren't right. Just look at me.
Well, will I have this house? Will it be? What will the next shape do?
So we're
Exactly.
making a lot of linings up
Okay.
just for people, so then when they do decide, they can put it up, because it's just in the too hard basket for a lot
It
of
is,
people
surely.
to
Let's
make
have a
major
look.
decisions.
Okay, let's have a look at some of the lovely product that you've got here. Can you...
Well, this one's an English fabric, and it's absolutely beautiful. Feel the weight of that. It's a
incredible.
really lovely.
So that will almost be with...
I
well,
actually
without a line.
can't give you too many ideas of what this is, because it just came in and I grabbed it. And
Yes.
it was,
Well, it could be a Sanderson.
I think it is a
Yes.
Sanderson. This one here is a designer gild, which is beautiful, and this is a 240 drop, and it's 3 metres wide. This is already made up in the shop, 500 for the pair, which is really, really reasonable.
It's a beautiful
It's a beautiful
cloth. I mean,
fabric,
the
isn't it?
handle on that is
Yeah,
incredible,
yeah.
and I can just imagine that enhancing a wall with
It makes
any
such a
colours.
difference, you know, like it's anything that's got a little bit of oomph to it. You can
Yes.
always change the linings later
you can.
on, but if you start off with a good product, it lasts forever.
For sure. There we are. All these curtains and all the deals will come to you from Off the Track Curtains, corner of Cranford and Westminster Street in St Albans. Shop hours 10 till 6 Monday to Friday, 10 till 1 on a Saturday. Telephone number 355 8398.
It's not very often you can actually talk to a guy about cross stitches and quilting stitches and all
Well,
that, but Tony, we can.
We can, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I'm multitasking, everyone, so this is...
Now, how did you end up into fabrics? It was a family thing, wasn't it?
Dad started it. My father's Harold, so, yeah, if you see this very dapper fellow coming into the shop about twice a year.
Okay,
that's Harold,
it.
yeah. So,
And
yeah,
so, son, this is it? You're going to sell
he got me into
fabrics?
it, and he said, yeah, do this or else. So,
Brilliant.
yeah, being a very obedient son, here I am.
Well, we're very appreciative too, actually, by the way. Okay, quilting.
Right, this is American craft quilt fabric. We only have a very limited supply of it, but the good news is it's only $17.95 a metre.
Wow.
And this is the Real McCoy USA craft print, craft cottons. So
beautiful.
that's folded in half if you're wondering why it's so narrow.
Okay, so, yep, nice colours on that too, isn't it?
It's absolutely stunning. So there's just a sampling. There's about 10 of them of the Real McCoy American craft prints. They're normally well in the high 20s, so we're doing them for $17.95.
When you say the Real McCoy, as opposed to what would an inferior product be?
They'd normally be from a different country normally.
So quality, it's all about the quality
yeah, it's
of
about
fabric.
the density. It's a wee bit like carpet. It's not how
Okay.
thick it is, it's how dense it is.
Okay.
And the fineness of the threads. Yep.
There we
so
go.
there you go.
That's why he's got into the industry.
Yeah. Merino. We have a great range of merino. I just brought these two lovely colours in, but we have probably over 20 colours of merino, super fine and fine grades. So that's just it's the same merino spun into heavier yarns.
Brilliant, gorgeous dusty pink. Okay, so for tops, cowl neck tops, that sort of
look,
thing?
it's only going to take 1.5 metres.
Yes.
Now, it's $34.95 a metre. We are doing it for CTV viewers, $5 off, so you're down to $29.95. So a metre and a half, about $45. And normally to buy a garment made of this grade would be around the 200 plus.
Whoa, big
So
savings.
Premium Kiwi merino. It's
That's
not imported.
fabulous.
So it's the real deal. So $5 a metre off for CTV viewers and over 20 colours.
So well and truly worth getting
And
the sewing machine again.
that one is merino as well.
No, okay, completely different though.
The real heavy stuff. This is merino velour. One colour only. It's that sort of sherbety, greeny, charcoal
Charcoal-y,
colour. Normally $59.95, $15 a metre off for CTV viewers.
Wow.
So there you go.
Thank
That's
you.
a bargain.
Thank you. Oilskin.
Oilskin. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. We have 3 colours, navy, green, brown. Normally $34.95.
Are we still in the duck shooting season?
$24.95. Oh, no.
Sorry.
don't shoot them out of season. There'll be trouble. And just hiding over here.
Speaking of duck shooting season.
Yep, look at this. Just
There we go.
fantastic stuff. Look at this. A beautiful camouflage fabric. You'll be guaranteed invisible in that stuff, so it's only $24.95 a metre.
So between the two, the oilskin and the camo, we've got that outdoor, family member sorted as well.
Too right.
Saving lots of money. Thank you so much, Tony. Lovely to hear a bit of the behind-the-scenes story too. The trusted name in fabrics, Harold's Warehouse at his temporary location, 47 Birmingham Drive.
And now here's Bev from Richard Suckling Optometrists in Barrington Mall. How are you, Bev?
I'm good, thank you, Sue. And you?
Very well. Gosh, it's busy down at Barrington.
It is, and there's a lot of alterations going on, but plenty of car parks, so still come and see us.
Outstanding. You've got lovely, pretty things in today.
Well, I thought we'd do children's today because we haven't done children's very often, and a lot of people don't know that there is an Enable New Zealand subsidy up to the age of 16 if you have a community services card.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It means that for a child with a child's frame, you have a subsidy of $287.50. Now, a lot of our frames will cover that you may have to pay nothing, or maybe just $10, something like that. There are other frames that you will have to pay a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you've got a child that's about 11, 12, 13 that's going to take an adult frame, you are allowed an extra $50. So you don't have to pay the high prices for good children's frames.
And that's so important because, I got glasses on my second day at intermediate and they were just dreadful, and it was awful. I got picked on and teased.
Yeah.
And I think these days glasses
There's beautiful frames out there.
just great, really
lovely,
stunning.
colourful ones, lovely patterns on the sides. So
Now these are the children's frames.
those are the children's ones, and then we have the children's cases in front. They're lovely and colourful. These are more for the little wee ones.
Wow, look at those. I mean, look at that. That's just gorgeous. How could you not want to wear that? Hey?
The colours are nice, aren't they? Pink and the sort of purple in it.
Yeah. Oh, wow, Rip Curl. That's a pretty cool band too, you know? The prices on these, they're obviously a good range. I think one in these starts at about $76.
Yeah, they vary. There's 129, 134, so those ones will fit in. There's some, that one at the very top's 178,
Yep.
so you would have to pay a little bit extra for that one. But
yeah. No, they're
with the
great.
287, I mean, the lens is about 128. You wouldn't pay much for it.
And look, it's not like you have a choice, is it? If your child isn't seeing well, they're not going to learn well. So that's a really good thing to understand.
It is.
I love these cases.
They're beautiful and colourful, and the kids like those. And a nice selection there for...
And the good news is they're earthquake
just-
proof. We'll just carry on having another wee shake and look. See?
We haven't run.
No,
Yeah,
they
lovely
just-
ladies' cases, and they vary in price from $7.80 to the silk ones in the front are $9.20.
I like that. Very oriental, isn't it?
And then down the very end, you know, you get your glasses, you need something to clean them with, so we've got the spray, cloth and screwdriver, because, you know...
Actually, a screwdriver would go down rather well right about now, wouldn't it? I think that was the arrangement we made every time there's an aftershock view, don't you think, while we're on here doing
I came
these things?
prepared.
Excellent, good idea. These are cute, actually. Little wee kit like
for
that.
gifts.
I was just thinking that before, you know, 1720, it's perhaps a little odd midwinter Christmas, why not? Hey?
Why not?
Don't you think?
Birthdays, grandmother's birthday.
If you think hard, people, there's always a reason to buy something when you go and see Bev and the team at Richard Suckling Optometrist. Now, here are all their details in the Barrington Shopping Centre, www.suckling.co.nz. Do you know, I think it might just about be time to go home, light the fire, grab the dog, a glass perhaps of something red and maybe vaguely alcoholic, and have a bloody good snuggle. How about you? Thank you very much. Good night.